Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We got some great stuff to get to. We've got some great stuff to get to. This is great energy. This is great energy. Welcome to Admin Day. Happy Admin Appreciation Day. Admins, stand up. Admin, there's a couple in you. Go inside. Go in your seat. Okay. Nicole just walked in. Nicole. Hey. All right. Y'all can't hide from us. We know how you love the attention. And I witnessed yesterday that Nicole drives like Olivia. Yeah, she cut me off like twice. She didn't see the #1 sign I gave her and all that. Yeah. Well, welcome to the meeting. It's beautiful weather, so it means it's extra a lot that you all show up and invest in yourselves today. Last week, it was so amazing having Chad here and having a KW Cares focus. And with that KW Cares focus, we're going to continue that today. And with one of the great things we felt he said is, what are you fighting for? Who are you fighting for? And are you fighting? As we get lethargic or in life, and what are we fighting? Are we fighting? One person we're not going to fight, and I would never want to get in a fight with, is Jana Riley. She is going to be our agent spotlight today. And she has come all the way from, how long of a drive?
Two and a whatever.
2 and a whatever. So for most people, it's 3.5. That is what we, I think that's what we attract here, people that don't know. And that's okay. And that is okay. Is Tom here right now?
I think he's pulled in. I saw his car.
Yeah, he's here. We'll come back to Tom, but Tom is going to he's going to feed us. And that is always good. And he's also going to feed us both with food and with knowledge. So we're going to want to be there for that after the meeting. Let's give it up for Jessica Marsh. Jessica Marsh is our play of the week because, well, for many reasons. Number one, she had her first closing yesterday. Way to go, Jessica. I know you're up there somewhere. She also, as you know, she just started in January, and she is following the MREA. And she's getting immediate success. And that is a beautiful thing. She also has 4 kids. She's got a grandbaby, and they are a family of Army veteran. You okay? What?
He has grandkids? Yeah.
Do you want me to explain how that works?
Everybody else had the same look on their face.
That part's not in the MREA. It's a whole different book.
That's in millions of real estate agents.
Good point. Good point. And what I tend to really greatly appreciate, and I think a lot of you do too, they are a veteran family. Her husband served in the Army, and that's I can't imagine the number of nights she sat up and just wondered if he's okay. And so thank you, Jessica, for that. And someone who we think is okay, let's welcome up Tom.
That was like perfect timing. So today we're pleased to sponsor the Lunch and Learn, and we want to entice you to come and join us here to find out the other services you can offer in addition to home inspections that may help your buyer, when to do it, when it may not make sense to do it, about how much it might cost and how much it might cost if you don't do it. So we'll talk about sewer, radon, moisture intrusion, mold, and any other questions you might have about those services, please come and talk. We do these every day so we can help you understand about it. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah.
So Tom told me his strategy for lunch. He was like, you know what, I want to spend a little bit less on lunch, so I'm going to talk about sewer. So I know we'll need it. So thank you for that foresight. That's outstanding, Tom. Hey, we're gonna give one big clap. Let's practice it. One big clap. At the end of each of these slides, let's give it up for Tony, Jim Lee, Tara, Paris, Megan, Lisa, Joelle, and Carrie. All right. So I gotta clap them. All right, property, Janie's, and it's Danny's birthday today. If he sneaks in, make sure to tell him that. Not tell him that, but congratulate him. CMS Home Group and the Corn Home teams. Closed units, HHG, Steer and Root, Team Lucky Duck, Michelle Hoagland Group, Team Leisure, Team Counters, and Cedar Haven. Way to go, everybody. And let's give it up for Hannah Hunter, he capped, and Edmonds capped, and Brian Amundsen capped. Well, that last one kind of sucked. All right. Speaking of, can't make that kind of show. Let's bring up our beloved Opie Olivia.
Oh, yay.
Oh,
I can only imagine what the music is gonna be. There's no funny picture or anything. You have the next, next guy slide. Oh, sorry. I don't even. What is that like?
window.
Oh, God.
She doesn't like dogs. She walks around with this.
Wait, that's where it is. Sienna, I found the culprit. Literally, she was at Target this morning. Do you need anything? And I said, yeah, I need a new cup because I can't find my water glass. There it is. So you took it.
No, we love it.
Okay, well, whatever. I don't like going through that. All right, so a couple of maybe last week or the week before, I posted something in the closed office Facebook group about a new partnership with Zillow coming soon on April 6th. It's a Monday on the national call that day at 11 a.m. for leadership. They're going to give us more details, but for now, I just want to keep it short and sweet and let you know kind of what we know for now as to what's going on with our new partnership with Zillow. So nothing's going to change for you other than the fact that you're going to be able to get leads from Zillow and collect income from it. Okay. So I understand internet leads. I know them very well. Usually they take a lot longer than 90 days to close. And if a consumer registers on Zillow with under your listing, and no matter where they go to end up purchasing a house, somehow the Zillow system will track that and you will receive income from that. Okay. So how does it all happen? Do you have to do anything differently? I don't know. And they're going to tell us on April 6th. And I won't be able to be on that call. So your leadership team will be, and we'll get you more details as we know. But for now, I just wanted to at least, we didn't do it, I think, last week because of Chad Stock, and we wanted to give him a good 45 minutes, but just want to at least tell you, hey, we kind of know what's going on. We know what you know. You all should have received an email from KWPR with some of this info and the FAQs for what we do know. If you didn't get it, raise your hand. Okay, good. That means you haven't unsubscribed from KW emails. I even have some OPs in different market centers that didn't get the email to be on the call as an OP. I'm like, oh, because you probably unsubscribed from KW email. So don't do that. But if you have any questions, let us know. What we know for now is essentially this. There's a new feature that will help you, get you more leads and then some income along the way. One more April 6th.
Yeah,
We'll probably. She said, what else is April 6th? It's my birthday. Well, never mind. Jason Herkamp asked Toddy last week. He goes, are you pregnant? She goes, yeah. Like, and he goes, do you know how that happened? But it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But yes, I was actually invited to go to the Masters. Who's a golf fan? I'm not. And I was invited to attend the Masters with Ken and a few others here from the Twin Cities. And so we fly out the day before Easter, unfortunately, so I'll miss Easter. And then I can't have my phone at the course, of course, for those of you that golf know that, because I probably would be the one that, the phone rings while you're there. So I won't be able to be on that call because I will be there, but we'll get you more info probably at that team meeting on the 8th. But for now, this is what we know. Thanks for saying that, Kelly. Any other questions? I don't know that I know them because, it's still so new, but I want to at least give you the info that this will be good news for you, that for those of you that have listings, and any potential lead that inquires on your listing, whether it comes back to you or not, you're going to make some money off of those leads. Okay. We good? Okay,
So,
I know, and it's 800 degrees in here. I already called the property manager. They're working on it.
well, the rest of
We'll just
leadership,
all be warm together.
the rest of leadership will need to be on that call because I'm gonna be at the Oscars, even though I don't want to go. It's just the best event in the world.
Didn't say it won't be fun. I just don't really know anything about it, so I probably need to take some lessons from ChatGPT or something. I have all my great clothes, don't worry.
We'll look
Got
forward
the
to
outfit
that.
figured out.
We'll look forward to that. One thing we look forward to, and was just a smashing success in our opinion, was last week we had Jerry and Sebasta. And we're not gonna be in the habit of always regurgitating things that we do here necessarily, but what he shared, we just want to give you a couple things to walk away with today, to walk from there. Quick truth is that it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. And I think we know that, body language. So you were going to do a little bit of group work here, okay? One thing he mentioned is when you say something of importance, it's not something of importance, it's something of importance. You drop your voice. So first time your voice goes up, I can help with that. That's over exaggerating, but I can help with that. Versus I can help with that. Right? It's more authoritative. So let's practice. First time with your voice going up. Ready? With I can help with that. We need a bouncing ball. Ready? Go.
I can help with that.
Versus
I can help with that.
that. It's a big difference, right? You're exuding confidence and drop your pitch. Instant authority. No, I'm not talking this. You talk like this the whole time. Boy, am I an authoritarian. However, if that's what your clients like, that's fine. Hands check. When you talk, no, I don't mean it like that, Cece. Oh my God. All right, you all thank for coming. I guess I shouldn't have gone there and not remind me. So when you're speaking, check your hands. When you're speaking, when you're in front of people or when you're doing your videos, are you a fidgeter? What do? Do you like to hide your hands? So if I'm up here, is this as confident, right? This as this? No, it is not. So he gave a quick tip. Here's your tip. Try basketball hands. Anything within your torso, like you're holding a basketball, whether it's one hand or two hands, or two hands, one hand, two hands. So let's practice. We're going to say, I can help with that by like going like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I can help with that.
All right. Does that feel better? Actually, when you do this, you lean in more versus. Some people are like going like this. And Steve is mesmerized. He's always thinking of Iowa State when I said basketball. Oh, Sweet 16.
Go Cyclones.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So simple hands, strong presence. And, oh, I thought this, well, we're going to do this anyway. You can do it in your chair. Lean back and say, I can help with that.
I can help with that.
All right, lean forward. I can help with that.
I can help with that.
Big difference again. That's more confident. Your body's speaking to them that you're leaning in, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So speak like it matters. So take those tips, practice those, use them on your social media as well. Speaking of social media, let's bring up Grace.
Okay, hey, so we have a lot happening in April, so I want to highlight all the trainings and big events that we're doing. Make it easy for you and scan just one QR code. We have coming up on April 2nd a FinCEN training with Sonar Title. Lisa Shell will be here talking about that. We have pipeline maturity with Brian Amundsen on April 7th. A lot of you guys wanted to see more of him after the team meeting, so he's excited for it, and we hope to fill the room for that. Then we have self-leadership with Jake Lures on April 9th. We've done this class before and it was super well attended and he did an amazing job. I will be attending again and we hope to see you guys there too. We have the luxury bus tour. We still have available signups for that. It's open to everybody. Please come. It's $50 to join. You get the luxury bus, you get food, lunch. It's a great social media opportunity. So That's on April 10th. We're excited for that. And then also Rachel Adams Lee is offering a free Zoom session. She's going to be talking about top 4 ways to get seller leads through Instagram. And we're going to be doing that in a conference room. And so it's limited sign up. But if you go on her Instagram, you can also get it for free if you want to do it from home. You can sign up through her Instagram. It's just Rachel Adams Lee. And she did a post about it like a week ago. And then you can sign up through there. And then we have Be Wealthy with the Region with Brett Tanner on April 23rd, which is at Maple Grove.
I was just gonna mention it's almost sold out. So if we did a 10-pack and some of you snagged those 10, but it's almost sold out. It's not a like, hey, sign up because we need you to sign up. It's gonna sell out. Less than 20 tickets left. So if you are planning to go and you haven't, I would do it like right away.
I have an extra ticket. I just realized we're going to a marriage retreat in Missouri, so I'll cover half of it, so I have fresh ticket.
Oh, there you go.
If
I
you want.
have somebody already.
Okay, yeah, let me
Thanks,
know.
Lauren.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you. And then we also have a Sip and Shred client event. You may have seen this on your Friday email or in the Facebook group. We're gonna be doing it at the office here. We're gonna do shredding down in the parking lot, and then your clients can come up and sip here. All the marketing is done for you. You'll get that marketing plan April 1st. You have social media, texts, emails, all done, all written, so that you guys can just send that out. It's an easy plug and play event. We do need 10 agents to sign up by March 31st, otherwise we're not gonna be able to put the event on. So if you can get signed up for that, if you're wanting to do it, sign up sooner rather than later, so that we can start the marketing for that for your clients. Now, I'm excited to talk about this. I'm launching video services. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it for a long time, and I know a lot of you have been asking about it. So this is kind of a breakdown. Jamie's passing it out so that you guys can see it kind of closer. But it's a lot of short form reels, so it's a lot of social media work, not really podcast style YouTube long form. But I'm excited to start offering this. You can also do listing videos where I'll go out to your listing and film that and edit it for you guys and then you. So just let me know. You can send me an email. It's just marketing@KWPR. You can also scan this QR code, book an appointment with me. Even if you don't want to use me for services, feel free to book an appointment. And if you have any questions, like I'm always here, or stop by my office. You want me to look at your social media, look at what you're doing currently, I'm here for that too. But yeah, this is super exciting. I'm excited to get started. I have plans to get started with Bryce next week. So we're looking forward to that. So yeah, let me know if you want to get started.
Yay.
Kelly, when she mentions Instagram, this is social media, so that's not how it works. Grandma becoming grandma, Instagram,
Yeah.
All right, let's say they try. Not gonna happen.
Let's get the fun back up here. Let's get Lisa Brainer up here.
Does anybody know that song?
No, but it's
Godsmack.
Yes.
When ashes fall, legends rise. That's my song. Okay, so ALC happy hour. What is happy hour? I have been a professional happy hour for 35 years. I come from the hospitality industry, and what I learned is that happy people are there. What I also learned is if they're not happy, they come to get happy, right? So it's a great place to go. What's in it for you? You can come meet your ALC, you come meet your other agents in the office. You're gonna learn so much. You're gonna bond, you're gonna learn about other people, you're gonna get other resources. You are gonna be happy. And then you're gonna want to come to the next one. But we do this for you. We do this actually for us because we are a culture here, we're a family here, and this is where all the magic happens and where it starts and it continues. So we invite you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. It's happy hour says 1, but we usually do 2, sometimes 3. And then it's at JL Beers, and we'll do every month. We're gonna do something different. So come join us tomorrow.
Awesome.
So Lisa was at the Jared event. You could see she was doing the basketball and she was doing the slow walk and engaging. She'd go here, then engage over here. I'm watching you. That was outstanding. And I called it in advance. They do have beer.
Thank
Well,
you,
here,
Randy.
they do have beer. And speaking of party people.
That's fun. Have I told you lately that I love you? Remember you guys repeat that. Try it one more time. Have I told you lately that I,
You.
one of my greatest life privileges is having worked for you guys. I have learned so much. I have had so much fun. I'm so thankful to Olivia for giving me this opportunity. I am so thankful to Steve and to Greg who forged the way, and I'll miss you. But I could not leave without reminding you one more thing. Oh, wait,
That's one.
it was supposed to be the suspense. This one.
Oh,
Yes, this
sorry.
one. So I kind of calculated out approximately how many times maybe I've been up here. I even actually really love this. I really enjoy being a part of these team meetings and presenting to you. And I've been here for 5 years. There's 52 weeks. That's probably been about 200 team meetings. I haven't talked at all of them, but probably half of them. So let's take 100 meetings that I've been up here. And what do you think the number one item that I've reminded you about is? And I know. And now you know, because we forwarded through it. But you need to pay your MLS access dues once a quarter. And what I really want you to leave today from is remembering to put that on auto pay. Make it easy for Jim Lee so that we don't have to remind the approximately 140 of you who do still have to pay your dues. So when you log on to SPAR, please go to spar.com. Just be forewarned, they are asking you to change your password right now. That's not a scam. And then go ahead to the next slide. And please do pay those by the 31st of March. Any questions? All right. I'll miss you all. You are in excellent hands, and thank you. I really appreciate it.
She already moved 2 doors down. So you didn't go too far.
Oh,
Didn't go too far. And thank you for that. We ran out of Kleenex last week with Chad, so, and it's taking a big hit on our profit share, so we're trying not to get crying. No more Kleenex issues. But Steve's got them all, he's like.
I've got some profit shares total.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Dawn and to Melissa last week, raising money for KW Cares. You're gonna see Melissa in this role a lot, raising money for KW Cares. There's Trisha showing off her cool new jacket. Put Hoagland up here because she loves her picture. She said, every time you can do it, put my picture up on the screen. Well,
I think Michelle inspired.
that was a long time ago. Awesome spread. Don't know what this is.
I get some pair of boots.
yeah.
Boots. Yes, this was Olivia's boots that she donated and raised a lot of money. And if you look close, there's a lot of different breeds of dog right up in the front here.
Oh.
Oh.
And gotta laugh with myself too, right? I guess I don't know if this is the right word, sorry. She told me I was a candy bar Tim. I can go there. Well, I don't know how to transition to that.
Wait for you to come up with something clever then.
Come on up, Ken.
All right. Okay, so I know you guys we had a quick meeting today, so we're not gonna Kahoot, but I did wanna just kind of give everyone a couple quick updates. So anyone have any idea what interest rates did last week? Anyone watch my video?
Can't eat my Friday dinner without it.
You're actually you're my absolute, I know Arvidson's gonna watch it, I appreciate that. We're transitioning from the video updates to more of a like set form update. I know it's gonna be a bummer. I'll send you a video on Fridays about it. But we're kind of giving a quick snippet rate update. It's in writing, so you don't have to go back to the video, listen to me babble on for 5 minutes before you get to the rates. So it's just gonna kind of be a nice short format snippet of what the market is doing. I also want to make it clear that we, on the real estate side, this was actually brought up to me by a really good friend in the industry. He's been doing this for 2 decades. He's the guy that I kind of go to him for mentorship on the mortgage side of things. is that we feel mortgage rate updates a lot more than the consumer does, right? Like we see it, we're around it, we're feeling it. We kind of have this like roller coaster of emotions when we're looking at the market. I think it's important to remember that. Does anyone know what the rate was this time last year? Any idea? What's that?
7.
It was dang close to 7. I mean, we were touching 7s. It was the high 6s. And we were definitely hovering above a 6.5 rate, which is where we're hovering today. So like, it's all relative. We feel that because we were at 5.99, you know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So the positivity's there. I want everyone to know that the market is, I mean, we've seen more buyer data. It's really pushed out. I think I told everyone in one of my other video updates that the mortgage application data has spiked, and it spiked about 2.5 weeks later. So we're in it. So I would just say, like, keeping in mind that the rates are still very good. We've got a lot of different options for first-time buyers. We got a lot of different options to get creative. Shout out to Eric. I'm going to give Eric a shout out. We got our first Agent Plus deal across the board. In a job situation, and we were able to use education and able to use, you know, converting to a conventional program when they were originally going to be an FHA. So we have a huge shout out to Eric for being great too at asking questions. How does this program work? How do we get to the finish line with some of that stuff? So that's huge. And then I think the last thing is that we will be doing a mutual club event. It's going to be at the end of April. Beginning April is a little wonky with spring market, but we're going to kind of do an end of April get together just for this office. We're going to do a little mixer. I'll have details to everybody here shortly. Sponsored by Mutual of Omaha as well. So even if you're not interested in doing Agent Plus, just come and hang out with us. So great.
Another question. So can you just give us a glimpse into what it's like to go on vacation with 6 little girls, to,
The Dells.
The Dells. Thank you. Do you need another vacation?
Yeah. Yeah, that sucked. Straight up.
Not a vacation.
End of story. Though we did have friends, we've met up with some friends from town on the last day that we were there, and found out that they have an awesome margarita bar right in the water park, which by the way is crazy that they let you do that. Like you've got little children swimming and you're just hanging out with margarita on the side. But that was a real, what was that?
I said, that's why they do it.
I know. That bartender was, yeah, no, it sounds like kids, but that bartender's in my will now. But no, it was crazy. We have no sleep. I told a friend on the way back, I need vegetables, I need water, I need sleep, and I need a little Jesus. Like it's life is crazy. So, but going back, and for everyone that sent deals while I was on that vacation, thank you for doing that. And if you hopefully Angie was a great coverage, but I'm back now, so if you need me, you let me know.
Great.
Thanks for bringing that up, Jamie. I know.
Speaking of a dream vacation to go on with, let's bring up Jason. That's what I'm saying. Done for the red.
The great thing about heading out to family reunion is you get a whole bunch of exciting stuff that you get to learn about. And one of the things that's been going on with Command over the last couple of years is a migration from it being a completely independent platform to being more integrated with other things. And this year, or really last year, we received some interesting information about how we were bringing on an investor into Keller Williams. And we're starting to see what they're bringing to the table now with things like, and what I'm going to show, the several next things I'm going to show you are things that are going to be integrated into Command over the next couple of months. And you want to know when, and I want to tell you, but I don't know. But when it happens, I will let you know. But one of those first things is Michael Lewis's marketing suite. Michael Lewis does a fantastic job for those folks who have used him in the past. He provides various marketing materials, basketball hands, to folks to be more productive and really help you get marketing things done so that you don't have to do them yourself. So there are pre-built templates, things like that, that'll help you out. with stuff from the basics all the way out to luxury sales and things like that. So that's coming, that'll be integrated into Command and very exciting. In addition to that, for those of you who have used Cloud CMA, you may know that it's a fantastic program that helps you do your CMAs. And CMAs are one of the bedrocks of our business. So having a built-in system that's going to integrate with Command is going to be super useful. If you want to know a little bit about Cloud CMA, you can go to cloudcma.com and you can try it free or watch the video and see it now. But know that in the future, at a time I don't know, but we'll tell you when I know, will be in your Command. So that's exciting. Basket. All right. And this one is called Rejig AI, and it's kind of a funny name. I don't know why they came up with Rejig AI, but basically what it does is it's going to help you create social media content and help you get social media content out, which is super useful. It does a lot of the research for you by searching the web and telling you what's popular, what's trending, and that kind of stuff. And one of the cool things about what's trending is that's trending, and it'll know that, and it'll help you create content that focuses on that stuff. And then it'll do alerts, it'll help you publish, it'll create posts for you, fantastic stuff. And all this is coming to Command for you, and this is all coming as part of this thing that we've built out. So in addition to that, because, you know, as a brokerage individually, we don't want to be outdone. We are also providing something to you that we have gotten involved in that's called reprofit.com. And what reprofit.com is an app that allows you to take focus or allows you to do some of the expenses and things like that, tax liability, real-time profit and loss, all of those things in an app that you can download and use for free. And on top of that, they even offer, if you're interested, some coaching services to kind of help you through all this process. They'll do setups for you and teach you how to set up things, and they will also coach you on finances. What they will not do is shut off your monitor. They will not do this. That is somebody else. But the nice thing about reprofit.com is it's a fantastic software. It can be used with your tax attorney, track gas mileage, all of that kind of stuff. Mikey Hauser has been using it now for a couple months, and she thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. And we have some other folks who are working on through it, but you're able to jump on that as a gift from your market center. So a lot of different things that we've got going on. There's still more to come because we've got other ideas that we're working on, and you can see those things coming. And when they do, I will let you know. But right now, I don't have any more information on dates, and I know you'd like to know, as would I. So when they come, you'll be sure to know. But on top of that, we have somebody coming up next. I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who that is?
I don't. So Jana, I did know, but I always like to say a couple words about Jana before Jamie gets up here, but Jana is one of the first, really honestly, one of the first people I met as an agent here beyond what was just in the office. And certainly really the first person I met as an agent here beyond it. But I find her story so fascinating. Her journey to real estate, what she's done with her team, how she continues to be who she is. I've had the great pleasure to go out and participate in one of the things that I know really matters to her, and that's being involved with people in her community and through the Lyon County Fair and Minnesota Teen Rodeo Association. I nailed that pretty close. She'll tell me more about it. But I've had so much fun out there, and it's amazing to me how she incorporates community and her business together and how she lives a life like that. And that's always fascinating. She's absolutely one of my favorite people. And when you get to drive 2.5 hours out to Marshall, you get a lot of time to think about what you're going to talk about before you get there. So I always enjoy every minute of it. And without any further ado, I'll bring you on up. Where is she going to stand up here? Am I bringing this?
Move stuff.
We're moving stuff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jana Riley.
We have to get rid of that
What? The song?
picture.
Why?
Because I have way more wrinkles than that now.
Oh my gosh.
That's what working with you done. The man of all the one-liners, he's always digging us. And it's like,
I was gonna get another chair and go way over there. No. So Jason, thank you. That's, you know what, you guys, it's a really hard act to follow around here. You've had all these amazing speakers, you know, and Jared and all these people talking to you about where you stand, where you look, what you do with your hands. And then I had to sit by Mr. Funny Guy and talk, and I never know how I'm gonna compete and like keep up with him. I feel like, okay, I'm in there. I got this one. I got one.
I think it's keeping down with me here, at a higher level.
So,
No, this is all about you. I'm just here to help make sure that we get as much about you out to them because you're just a treasure trove.
well,
So this is about me.
My recommendation is basketball hands to the face.
so let's do this. Everybody's been great about coming out to Marshall, and as Brian can attest, he actually, can you stand up? We didn't introduce him.
Yeah.
Chied.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just tried.
Brian Stein is a newer agent out in Southwest Minnesota. He also has another full-time job and he works for Swans. He's in IT. And he's just starting his real estate career. So he and I are kind of like bookends, you know, as far as been there forever, old has wrinkles. Young, has a great family, lives in the country. His wife actually helps manage and run the family's dairy. They have the most darling kids. So this is Brian's first trip to the market center today. And I will tell you, when we got here, it was so quiet. I looked at him and I thought, oh dear Lord, they started the meeting half an hour early and I missed that memo. And we're like, so thankfully that wasn't the fact. I need my water.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'll just interject real quick. Brian texted that you should have added dapper and handsome.
I think that wholeheartedly. So let's go back to something Jason mentioned. And when people come out to us, they travel a long ways. I'm good at shit.
You can do whatever you like. I thought you wanted this, so I just, you
But I
wanna
want-
walk? You
No,
wanna move this?
no, I'm good.
Okay, you're good. Just
So-
take over, girl.
Everybody that's come out to visit us, we've appreciated everybody's help. Actually, we've had 2 of them show up and help during our county fair. One of them didn't know that he was gonna run the ticket booth for the rodeo one night. Because we're all there, we're walking around, they said, here's when it's great for us to visit, and you know, me, I'm like, okay, and I'm thinking, oh dear Lord, that's the day I'm working all day at the fair, getting set up for the rodeo and the Miss Rodeo Minnesota pageant that had just moved out to our county. Jason was walking with me, we're talking away, we're getting work done, we're having fun, we're talking about the local, you know, fair and rodeo and everything that's going on. We walk into the fair office and I let him know there's people already sitting in the grandstands and nobody's taking tickets. We can't let that happen, you know, because that's a revenue generator. And she's like, oh, well, so-and-so is supposed to be tickets. I'm like, I'm telling you, there's nobody taking tickets. And I already had like 3 jobs to do during that time, but we had somebody come to our rescue because I said, do you need somebody to pitch in for a minute? And she says, yes. And I'm like, Jason, you said you'd do anything. Would you sell tickets? Jason literally took a cash box and a pile of tickets and he went and sold tickets in the only ticket booth that was open at our county fair until the people who were supposed to be there showed up like an hour late. We cleared out the grandstands. We sent them down to buy a ticket from Jason. So when you guys say we work together as a team, we do things that support each other. It's not just in real estate. It's not just answering, you know, a question or how do you fix this thing? How do you do this on the purchase agreement? It's like being there a lot, often and deeply. And when I say deeply, I'm kind of a wimp about emotions. I love people. I love my community. And Jason pulled it out for us that day.
You roped him in.
I did.
I can legitimately say now, this is not my first rodeo.
But it was.
It was.
Amy. For Jason.
Oh.
Basketball hands. Oh, no. Basketball.
That was kind of bad.
But I will tell you, he's a smarter man today. He doesn't come during the fair anymore. He's in that stage of been there, done that. So, but thank you to everybody for having us today. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I just tell them who you are.
Okay, so Jana
you start?
Riley. I didn't start life as a realtor. I actually was that trailing spouse when your husband takes a transfer and you're like, okay, dear, I'll find a house, I'll find a job. I'll get the kids settled. We'll go to school. And I was always pretty happy about it. I grew up on a farm in Illinois. I was honestly 25 years old before I got more than an hour away from home. It wasn't intentional, but my parents farmed and they had livestock and we all grew up working on the farm. And we had 3 rules. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. If it's broken, fix it. And if somebody needs help, pitch in. And that kept us busy and it evidently kept us close to home too, right? So then I get married. I marry a guy who's from the East Coast, whose family cannot fathom what in the world he ever moved to the Midwest to go to school up at Madison in Wisconsin for. But when he told him he was going to marry me, they're like, oh, I guess he's staying. So, now they're all terrorized with a once or twice in a lifetime trip out to see us. But when he and I met in the grain industry, I managed a grain facility, which honestly I'd worked at since I was 14 years old. So if you say anything about corn, beans, wheat, barges, grain facilities, a leg, that's not your leg. That's how you put grain up in an elevator, loaded trains. If you want to talk ag industry, I can do that. He and I met when we were competitors. The only reason I dated him is because he agreed to go skydiving with a group. Everybody else chickened out and he and I went. To this day, that's what finally tipped it towards us, going on and meeting each other in a more than a jump out of an airplane sort of way, okay? So then I'm like, okay, if you jumped out of an airplane with me, I guess I can move to Wisconsin and Texas and Missouri and Iowa. When we were in Iowa, he decides to take this transfer up to Minnesota. I'm going, why are we going north, right? But every time we moved, the realtor would say to me, oh my gosh, you should be a realtor. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I already work 70 hours a week in the ag industry. I have 2 little kids. I have this, I have that. I'm sorry, I had food poisoning last week, so I didn't realize that it was going to make my mouth dry. And so here we are, we moved north. And when I get up there, lo and behold, we buy our house. And the broker of the real estate company, remember, I'm not a realtor yet. I've always worked in the ag industry. She says, oh, well, you have some really good observations about our office. So she'd ask me some questions while I'm going to sign some paperwork. She goes, and you can build a websites and this and that. So she hired me to do some team training, process improvement, and build a website. While I'm doing that, I agreed to host an open house or 2 for some agents who need help. They've got 2 going the same day. So I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. While I'm at the open house, I keep getting these people, oh, can you be my real estate agent? You're so polite and you have such great answers to the questions. I'm like, been there, done that, 5 relocations, you kind of get the picture of how it's working. So I finally got my real estate license. I'll have had it for 14 years here pretty soon, but it has been an absolute blessing. I honestly believe God has a plan. You might not always think it's a great idea at the moment. It might not always be the easiest thing that you do to say yes to, whether it's a spouse, or a child who wants to go here, do that, relocate, whatever seems like it's dragging you or pushing you along may seem painful in the moment. But have faith. God has a plan. Things work out, and it will lead you to an amazing life. Sorry. But so I have a question for all of you. Who's been here less than 2 years? Okay, so good. We have some in the room. Excellent. How about has been a realtor less than 2 years? Okay, good. We have some of those too. How about been a realtor for more than 10 years? So we have a fair amount, and the rest of you are in the middle. So I wasn't going to make everybody raise hand. Something I want you to think about today is whether you're looking forwards or looking back. So in my life, I'm still looking forward. I'm like, I still got lots of things to do. I'm ready to jump out of airplanes yet again. I just have to do it. My husband's not looking because it scares him to death now. So you have to think about, am I planning and looking forwards and setting goals? And what are those based on? How many of you have a job?
Yeah.
How many of you have a career? How many of you think of those 2 things differently? Good. To me, and you can interpret it however you want, a job is how you make money to support your families and live the lifestyle that you desire. A career is something that you do. It may also be your job, but it also feeds your inner self. It makes you tick. It makes you happy. It causes you to do things you might not otherwise do. Maybe that's volunteering in your community. Maybe that's going to a specific church or a inspirational speaker, or attending something that's, you know, outside of your 9 dots. But think about whether you have a job or career, and then think about what else drives you in your life. So when I look back, I look at farm kid, work hard, weed the garden, help the neighbors, go to church. At 14, I was working in a grain facility. I was learning how to grade grain. I could read a ticker tape, which dates me a lot. I'll just tell you, I was born in 1962. I don't mind being old because I loved what it took to get here, okay? But there's a lot of things that I've done that probably nobody in this room has done, but even that a lot of females my age have never done, because I worked in a male-dominated industry. So being in the ag industry was a ton of fun. I learned, I already had a good work ethic, but that really cemented that with me. I also got to work with people. So when I come to Keller Williams, part of the reason that I started Keller Williams in Marshall is because of the team spirit, the working together. Keller Williams had work ethic, great values, team spirit, working together, supporting each other. And it wasn't dog eat dog. I'm going to be number one at, you know, in spite of and despite and whatever it takes to be number one. It was, we're going to do a really great job and that's going to make us number one. Okay. So early years, ag industry. I did not have a college education. When I got out of high school, I was going to go to work, earn money so that I could get a college education. Well, before I was 20, I was negotiating union contracts. I was buying facilities for my company, because wherever there was, to use the terminology, shit job.
That shit job, translating for you from southern Minnesota.
Well, that commercial, give it to Mikey, he'll try it. That was sort of me. If somebody didn't want to do it, it was in a yucky place, it was an inconvenient time, they'd be like, Sinja, she'll try it. And they would save me. You either got to make that place run and make money and tell us what it's going to take to do it, or you need to close it down. Have fun. And I'd be like, oh dear Lord, here we go. But I had a lot of great mentors, which is another thing Keller Williams has. Great mentors, great examples, people who will support you, who will answer your questions. Everybody in this room, whether you're really, really new, those few of you that are less than 2 years, you've already become a resource to someone because you brought new ideas and experiences. You have a perspective that everybody else doesn't have that you can share. So whether you've been here 2 days or 20 plus years, share what you've got. Don't be afraid to ask people questions. Let other people help build you. Become somebody people can look to. You don't have to be a mentor on paper assigned to this person and that one. You have to think about, how can I give back? Because you know what the best thing about giving back is what it gives to you. It is just phenomenal. The sense of satisfaction, and especially the sense of self-worth that you get when you give back to others. So I kind of jumped out around there a little bit. So but the thing that I want to leave you with, yay,
You're doing great.
I know, but I can smell tacos and so can I don't want you to have.
Showed up knowing you'd be here talking, and they're excited to hear from you.
Told you I had 5 minutes. You're like,
Don't tell
so the things I want you to think about is each of you as an individual are like a house, okay? So here's your structure. Then you've got your foundation. What's your foundation like? Is it solid? Is it stable? Is it steady? Does it need a little work? Do you need to shore it up a little bit or get rid of that extra moisture that's undermining your energy or your happiness? Do you maybe need a room addition? Like, oh, I know how to do all of these things, but what I'd really love to do is help people invest their money for income generation. Do I want to do commercial? Do I want to step outside of my comfort zone and outside of those 9 boxes? Maybe my house needs a little bit of an addition. But what can I be passionate about going forward today, whether I've been here 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, whether you've got 2 transactions under your belt or 200 or 2,000. Look in the mirror today when you go home and ask yourself, am I happy? Am I absolutely fulfilled? Would I want to do this tomorrow? Am I delighted to be here? What am I not getting back because I haven't allowed myself to ask that question? And I'm sorry, okay? And then think about, am I starting tomorrow looking back at what I've accomplished so I can decide what I want to move forwards to? Am I looking forward and forgetting to look back to where I was and giving myself a pat on the back once in a while? Because it's hard. There's a lot of days that stink as we go into the spring market. It's a great, this year is going to be a crazy market. That was a good chuckle. You're going to have a lot of tough days this year. Hopefully not making ends meet, but making deals, fulfilling your clients' needs and keeping your sanity. I don't think any year is going to get easier, moving forward. We're going to always have to try really, really hard, be each other's support group. But think about tomorrow. Am I looking back to decide what I'm doing tomorrow? Am I looking forward and deciding what gap I might need to fill, or what room addition I might need on my skills or my energy or my physical being to be the best that I can be tomorrow? Okay.
Let's give her a
Probably right back there.
We got more, we got more.
I know.
More, she had-
I make my biggest guess.
So this room is filled because you clearly have an energy and a passion, but will you try to get through it and explain when you're talking about those passion and you're giving, what's causing that emotion? What's going on there and tell us, maybe try to share with us what's going on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have a passion for KWPRs, also for food insufficiency is a big thing. I love young children, and I love to see women in particular find some opportunities that maybe didn't exist for them in the past. So those are just 4 areas that I'm passionate about. Part of it is that I'm a middle child. I'll be honest with you. And it was 3 girls. My 2 sisters were total buds. I was never taught that. But I mean, they had a room together. I had my own. They thought I was, a pain in the neck because I got my own room and they shared one. But I think being a middle child made me more independent. It also made me want to please everybody, because if I irritated one of my sisters, they were both mad at me, So there's something about being kind of a people pleaser, wanting to please others, but bigger than that is wanting to help others. And having grown up in a very, very small rural community out on a farm, we mowed people's lawns, we picked up their sticks, we cleaned their houses. We didn't get paid for it. It was because that little old lady couldn't do it by herself, or that little old man lived by himself, or your great aunt was 90-some, and somebody had to pick those cherries off the tree, because if you didn't get there and do it first, she was going to climb the ladder and do it. So it was always what needs to be done around you, whether it's in your life, at your desk, in your job, in your family, in your community. Find what needs to be done and do it. And if you can help somebody else, the amazing thing is at the end of the day, you feel they're like delighted you did it, but you're even more delighted because you had the pleasure of seeing them happy or helping them accomplish something that they couldn't on their own. So I think that's a big part of what causes me to want to give back.
Mm-hmm.
I also, I believe God has a plan, and I don't think God put me put me on this earth to be selfish, try to be number one, close the most transactions, be the richest person. I think he wanted me to help make other people happy. I believe that since I was a little girl. And I think even if that's not something that drives you, make a point to do something once a month that is out of your comfort zone, that helps somebody else. I'm going to tell you, it is addictive. It is so amazing to see other people happy because of something you did for them. And it is oftentimes so easy to do. And when you find this situations where it's not easy to do, then have that conversation with yourself. Wow, why would I do this? Who would this benefit? And it's typically a circle. It benefits somebody else and it comes back around and benefits you as well. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay.
Lisa,
Can you repeat your 3 rules?
If there's work to be done, do it. If it's broken, fix it. And if somebody needs help, pitch in. I'll give you a good example. In my early 20s, I was driving the mower conditioner. You know what? A lot of people have horses. So you're driving the tractor, there's this thing behind you. It's mowing the hay and it's crimping it so it dries nice and you can bale it, right? I'm in a field that the hay was this deep. I don't realize there's this big gully. Of course, it's on a tight corner. So as I do that, the connection stays secure on the tractor, but it bends the power takeoff shaft, which is that shaft that goes between a tractor and any implement that goes around. And that's what runs everything in the back because it doesn't have its own motor. It's power takeoff. It's like connected with gears. Okay. So, as the farm kid, if it's broken, fix it. And if you did it, you're for sure responsible. I get off the tractor. I have to move the tractor like 18 times because it's on a bind. This is a solid steel rod that's at least an inch square and it's like 4 feet long and it has this protective sleeve over it. But I have to keep moving the tractor to get it off, right? I finally get the thing off. I jump in the vehicle. I'm like, actually, I wasn't 20 when I think about it. I drive to the implement store and I walk in and who's in implement stores? Bunch of old guys, all drinking coffee, chit chat, because somebody else is out doing the farm work or they came to get a part or whatever. Nice guys, all of them, but I walk in there and I'm bashful. And I walk in and I say, I need a new power, PTO. And they're like, what? I'm like, power takeoff shaft for such and such. And I tell them and they're like, why do you need that? Those never break. I'm like, I didn't break it, I bent it. They're like, you can't bend those. And I'm thinking, here we go. And I said, you have one on hand? Because I'm really embarrassed. All these guys are looking at me. And I'm thinking, good, I'm gonna die. I was still really bashful then. And they're like, there's no way you could have bent that. I'm like, I did. And I need it. And I'd already measured it. I knew what size I needed. He brought one up and he lays it on the counter. And he goes, but you're not gonna need this. Did you get, just show me the one you want to replace. I'm like, okay. And the guy goes, she's not going to have it to show to you. There's no way she's going to be able to get it off. I'm like, I got it off. They start looking like this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the walk of shame. I have to go to the vehicle. I have to get the one that I bent. How embarrassing, because a boy driving a tractor wouldn't bend a PTO shaft, is what I'm thinking. I walk in, I set it on the counter at the implement dealership. They all go do this. They go, and they look at it and they look at me and they're like, how did you bend that? Now I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta explain this whole thing to you. I'm like, well, I didn't know there was a gully in the hay field and it was on a corner and it just put it on a bind and they look at me, they're like, who took that off for you? I'm like, I did. They're like, is this your dad's equipment? I'm like, yeah. They're like, he's never gonna believe this. And I'm thinking, I know, I don't want to tell him, but so I can finish the field. It's not going to dry if it doesn't get cut. So they're like this, they're like, we'll put it on your dad's tab. I'm like, oh, no, you will. I'm like, I have my own checkbook, I walk over, I'm like, no, I'm paying for this. I broke it, I'll fix it, I'll put it back on. And they're looking at me, they're shaking their heads. And I'm not even like to the door yet, and I can hear this. I'm like, thank God back then we didn't have cell phones because my dad would have known it before I got back to it. I go back, I put it back in the protective sleeve, I put it back on, I finish the field, I get all done, I take the equipment, I park it back, and then I say to my dad, do you want this bent PTO? And he goes, what do I want a bent PTO for? I'm like, well, I bent the one on the, and he goes, oh, when are we? Oh, I better run and get one. We need to get that field done so it can dry and we can bale that on whatever day. And I'm like, I already did that. He goes, you what? I'm like, yeah, I went to Reed's, the IH store, which I didn't have to tell them that it was the IH store. I got a new one. I put it on, I finished, but I don't know if you can use this for anything. And he looks at me and goes, I bet that was fun. He goes, how many guys were in there? Dad already knows that was like, oh dear. And I said, I said that I knew 2 names. I said those 2, but there's like 4 or 5 others. He goes, oh, you're going to be the talk of the town. I'm like, they started before I even got out of the And he chuckled and he said, okay, I'll check it out, mate. And blah, blah, blah. I said, you probably want to grease it again because I only had this much grease, you know, in the gun and stuff. So that's how I grew up. You know, that's the perfect example. Work needs done. It's broken, fix it. You're responsible. And you know, that's how we grew up. That's the good things in life because you learn a ton. And I still look back and I still cringe, but I laugh, you know, when I say that story. That's life. God throws you some real pretzels. Sometimes they're in the form of a twisted PTO shot. And you just gotta make the best of them and you learn and you run with it. So
I just want to share in the time that we worked together, what I think are your two secret weapons, because she mentioned your three rules, but I think your two secret weapons are, you're an incredible listener. And when you listen, the second one is what comes out is your genuine care for other people. I've had so many opportunities to talk with Jana about different issues or problems that she might have with the system, because especially early there were plenty. But we never finished a conversation where we didn't end up talking about my problems, despite, and if any of you know me, we don't talk about my problems. But Jana can always find that way, and it's just, it is so wired into her. And if you can translate being a great listener and having genuine care about your clients, I promise you that's what it's all about. It really is what it's all about. What makes her such a special person is those two elements. Those rules fit on top of that. But the bedrock is her literal genuine care and fantastic listening skills. And she's just so special. I mean, if you don't know her, find a time. It is well worth your time.
I hope you each just take one nugget, something that makes you smile later in the day or tomorrow, or that you can share or look back on in the future. And you can call me anytime. If you want to come out and volunteer, I have lots of things I'm involved in. And gosh knows, as Jason, you could get into just about anything out there. And
Where's the rodeo?
Hmm?
Where is the rodeo?
Yeah, the fair this year is the second weekend of August.
Okay.
Steve's in, he'll show up. He's a farm boy too,
That's
not
right.
two,
Also,
farm person.
great. Anything else, anybody? Oh, you guys now wait.
One real quick thing, I wanna do this, I wanna show all of Marshall and the area, how much we love her. So let's, everyone get in the middle, and let's do a selfie with her. How about that? That's too much to ask? How do we get everyone in, Hannah? Everyone in, come on, I know, and Maria, don't hide behind someone else's head. Come on, Jen, find a spot, let's go.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Fell so short. Get up.
All right, on the count of three, say PTO.
PTO.
Awesome.
Did you see it?
I know.
Say, I'll catch
Now, this is just another example, and it's an amazing example of why leadership loves you guys so much. And loves being here. This is a special culture, and sometimes we have to come to the realization that this culture is not for everybody. Not everybody can quite grasp what extra this means to your life. And Jan is just an amazing example of it. So, there's one more thing, but let's give her another. You need to mention grandma times two now. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was taking a drink of water. All right, so we have, yeah, as Jana said, tacos in the hallway. There's also mimosas to celebrate Melissa, and those are in the kitchen with a couple different kinds of juices because that's just more fun and that's who she is. So taco bar out here in the hallway, and then mimosas for Melissa in the kitchen. So thank you. Thanks for having me.
And one last time, admin, stand up because you love the attention. Admin. Thank you. Now.
Sounds fun.
Okay, so now I'm gonna get my picture.
Our-
Oh, you take it aside. Here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I want to go there. The other day.
You know, I go back and forth on that box.
So it's everywhere. It's up different every day.
No,
I work on for hours. You gotta speak up on sideline.
Why?
I absolutely.
But you, I don't know if you're catching on.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Maybe retired.
But do you have any plans about it?
I know if you want to be allowed with the yellow card, all that stuff.
That's why I think.
Okay. I have to see if I can find the name. I just gotta see the page. Okay. Mike retired.
And I don't think.
Sorry. Talk to email, and then that's before talking to chat. Melissa, my boss is home. And I work at City. And some kind of issues I was reading. And I think like, I was in the office, it was early morning. And last time I do my company,
I would love.
people start talking up to me and they say, hey.
Yeah, I mean,
I got another call. And then eventually my boss walks up to me, hi, hey baby. Come to find out, when they talk to me, hey Judy, I said, hey baby. Tuesday night, I'll be my baby. And it became a big laugh. And actually we got close. Our relationships got better, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But,
Fun.